I read all 6 of the Diddy lawsuits, so you don't have to. Here's a snippet of all of them. All right, we have 6 people, 4 men, 2 women, and 1 person who was very young when the incident happened. All right, John Doe number 1, his incident took place at a Diddy party. It sounds like he was flued out. He said he was picked up in everything at the airport from Sean Combs' team. He said he got to the Diddy party, took a drink, felt a little disoriented, and he said he was then violated by Diddy and 3 other men in his entourage. John Doe number 2. He was a security guard. He said he had 2 drinks given to him directly by Puff Daddy. He said he started to feel woozy and sick, and Diddy pushed him into the backseat of a van, did the unthinkable and told him, man, you'll be all right. The security guard said he was devastated, and he immediately called his supervisor and told him about the incident. John Doe number 3. He was 16. He said his incident took place at one of the Diddy white parties. He said he was invited to the party and he was trying to break into the industry, and Diddy touched him in a very inappropriate manner and said, hey, this is what you got to do to break into the business. All right, John Doe number 4. He worked for the clothing line Echo, which was a rival to Sean John. He said Diddy and his bodyguards threatened him in a stocking room at Macy's. He said he was hit in the back of the head. He eventually fell to his knees. He said Diddy stood in front of him, unzipped his pants, and told the man to, The accuser said immediately after the incident, he told Macy's security what happened, and then a couple weeks later, he was fired. Okay, those are the men accusers. Let's talk about the 2 women. Jane Doe number 1 says she attended a promotional party for the video One More Chance. Diddy took a liking to her, pulled her into a bathroom, and did after he was finished, she said he told her, if you tell anybody about this, you'll disappear. She said she ran out of the party and never told a soul. And finally, Jane Doe number 2. She said her and her friend were invited to a hotel by Diddy. She said when they got there, it was a pretty normal party scene. Everybody was drinking, listening to music. The vibe was good. She said after a while, her and her friend was met with security, and they said, hey, come over here, go to this other room. She said when her and her friend got to the other room, Diddy was by himself, and the security closed the door, and Diddy did Diddy things to her and her friend. She said she was crying and screaming so loud that security eventually burst into the room and was like, yo, what's going on? So that is a snippet of the 6 cases that were just filed by attorney Tony Busby. He says he has over 100 more that he plans to put in front of the court. Now, if you want to know more in-depth details about these cases, I have a much longer, more in-depth video that's going to be on my YouTube page. Go over there, subscribe, cut the notification bell on, because the details to all 6 of these cases is crazy. And some of these people may have proof. Thanks for hanging out with me.